Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to my MLB The Show 23 franchise with the Hartford Whalers. We moved the Washington Nationals to Hartford to become the Whalers, and we are in May. It is Mother's Day, and MLB The Show here. We got the Mets and the Whalers facing off. Max Scherzer for the Mets, Vince Velasquez for your Hartford Whalers. Let's take a look at this lineup here. No real changes for the Whalers. Alberto Madrid has been the standout so far this season. He's first in Rookie of the Year voting, hitting .425 off the bench, so now he is our official starting left fielder against left-handed pitching. Oscar Colas is second in Rookie of the Year voting. He's batting fourth today, moving up in the lineup, shuffled it a little bit. This is what we're sending out against Max Scherzer, one of the best pitchers in baseball, 1.04 ERA so far in just over a month of baseball. Let's get into it here. Mother's Day baseball in Connecticut. And a beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon here in Hartford. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, show some love for these videos, leave comments as we go. I want to know what you're enjoying about this, what players you're liking. And Starlin Marte will take strike one here. The Whalers are 16-23. We're in last place in the NL East so far this season. The Mets, I believe, are a half game out of first. Philadelphia leads the NL East race right now. And that is strike two there. But the Whalers have had, honestly, not that bad of a start, considering this is definitely the worst overall roster in all of baseball. Oh, it's up the middle. Garcia's not going to get there in time. And a leadoff single for Starling Marte. But, yeah, the Whalers aren't that bad. 7 games below 500. I don't know if I would have expected that much worse or better. I think the expectation was much worse. This team is bad, but we got a lot of specialty players who do some good things and are waiting for breakouts, and it seems like we're getting some good production. Marte's going. Ruiz throws down. He doesn't have the strongest arm, and Marte's stolen second. Good start for the Mets here in the first. The 0-2 from Velasquez. Changeup smoked up the middle. Matt Vierling's going to have to fire this one home. He will not do it in time. The Mets are up early. But yeah, if you missed the first couple episodes, go check them out. Go check out what I'm doing in this franchise. I traded all players over 70 overall, so 69 and lower is the overall of every player on the opening day roster. Pete Alonso off to a great start here in this franchise, but yeah, I wanted to really gut this team and start absolutely fresh. And the Polar Bear sends one out of here at Travelers Park. It's 3-0, and Vince Velasquez hasn't even recorded an out. But yeah, so it's going to be a grind in this franchise. Going to have to get the right players for the Whalers. Going to have to get all around the right kind of personnel to start off here. Somewhere to build, somewhere to start. And if you've seen the first episode and the second episode, you'll see I have rules that go along with this franchise to keep it homegrown, to keep it feeling fresh. And a 1-2 here to Francisco Lindor. Vince Velasquez just trying to get an out here. Velasquez deals. Changeup low in the zone. Strike three called. First out of the game for Vince. And another 2-2 here to Nemo. Changeup outside, strike three, second out of the inning, second strikeout for Velasquez. He's starting to settle in. And another 2-strike count here for Velasquez, looking to strike out the side. Beatty cuts and does not go. So now the 2-2. High fastball flied into left. And the Whalers are going to get a chance to hit here. Dickerson settles under it. It's 3-0 Mets after the top of the first. Tim Hernandez, manager of the Whalers, has decided to move Keeber up in the order. A switch hitter gives him some good versatility at the top of the order, and he's going to ground out here. That is 3 outs. The Whalers go 1-2-3. The Mets are coming back up, and the Whalers have got themselves a hole to climb out of for the rest of this game, but at least they have time. As Velasquez with the 1-2 to Canna. Waves and misses. Not his best swing. Leading off the second inning, we got number 23, Oscar Colas. A great chance at winning Rookie of the Year here if he continues to put up great numbers like he already has. but he is going to fly out to short center here. One down. Juan Yepez, a player who we signed into a 4-year extension based on his excellent rookie season last year with the Cardinals. We traded for him, and he's had a bit of a slow start to this season, but he's a candidate for... I'm going to be doing a player lock in the Miami Marlins series after this game that we're playing here against the Mets, and I think Juan Yepez is one of those candidates, either him or Oscar Colas. It's 2-2 here to Juan Yepez. Max Scherzer kicks and fires. And Yepez waves and misses at the slider away. 2 down. And Corey Dickerson with a soft fly ball out towards Brandon Nimmo. That's 3. That's 2 innings. Still 3-0 Mets. And a nice curveball there from Vince Velasquez gets Starling Marte on 3 pitches to start the 3rd inning. He's really settled down after giving up 3 runs on 3 hits to start the ball game. Another 2-strike count here for Velasquez against Jeff McNeil. Fastballs fly to Oscar Colas. Coca-Cola settles under it, 2 away. And that one is fouled away. Pete Alonso now in an 0-2 hole. Velasquez kicks, fires, slider, smoked up the middle. Luis Garcia was in a position in the shift, but that ball was hit so hard it did not matter. Lindor here. Chops one to Chavis. 3 down. Whalers gotta make up some ground here. Chavis standing in here to start the 3rd inning. He's not had the best of seasons either to start. 224 on the year. Not a good average, and I believe he just has 1 big fly for a guy who hangs his hat on having some good pop, and he's gonna fly out here to Starling Marte. CJ Abrams, a leading candidate to be a part of a really big trade deal that we're going to make for a better shortstop as he grounds one here towards second base. His speed won't pay off and he's going to be out, but I believe we're going to combine him and Alex Call together to get a more premier shortstop that I like better. Somebody who has better splits against righties and lefties, and I think has a brighter future than CJ Abrams. Luis Garcia standing in now. If you missed last episode, check it out. We played opening day, and the first home run for the Whalers in their brand new ballpark here, Travelers Park, was by this man number 2, Luis Garcia. But here he's going to fly out to shallow center. Francisco Lindor casually makes the over-the-head catch, and the Whalers are still hitless here on Mother's Day. Nice change up there from Vince Velasquez. He's got Brett Beatty down 1-2 here. What's he gonna do? Slider inside, gets Beatty fanning away at it, and Vince Velasquez has really settled into this ball game now. Gets a slider here and grounds it towards 3rd. Beatty on to 1st, but Vierling's speed is too much. And they're gonna give Matt Vierling a hit. That is the first of the ball game for the Whalers. Speed paying off here on Mother's Day. And now Keibert Ruiz with a chance to do something here. Will Tim Hernandez send Matt Vierling at first over there? And he will. Ruiz swings and Vierling gets in there. The ball hopped and he was able to slide his hand under there. Stolen base for Matt Vierling. Wasn't the best of jumps. I didn't think he was going to get in there, but that's why I swung with Keibert, tried to get a little hit and run going. And a filthy slurve sits down Keibert Ruiz. Another 0-2 here from Scherzer. And a fastball gets by Colas. Runner stranded for the Whalers. It's still 3-0. Oh, and a slider hangs there, and Francisco Alvarez makes no mistake out towards the whale statue. It's 4-0 Mets. And Double V has an 0-2 count here against Francisco Lindor with 2 outs in the inning. Changeup waves and misses. That's another strikeout for Vince, but Francisco Alvarez dispatches of one into the Hartford night. Juan Yepez down 2-2 here. And drills one down the line. That's fair. Yepez is going to stay at first, and he's got himself a leadoff single here in the 5th. And Corey Dickerson now takes a fastball the other way, and the Whalers have got 2 runners on to start this inning. And Michael Chavis, deep into left center. That ball is crushed. It is off the wall. Michael Chavis goes into second. Both runners are going to score, and the Whalers are right back in this ball game. The Ice Horse delivers. And Matty V with a chance to get a 2-out knock here for the Whalers. And that ball is flied into right field. The rally is going to end, but 2 runs for the Whalers here. We're right back in this ball game thanks to Michael Chavis' rocket into left center. And another strikeout here for Vince Velasquez. Really good second half of this game for him. It was really just the first 3 batters of the game, and then another solo shot for Francisco Alvarez. But besides that, he's limited the damage. Michael Chavis, what a play down the line there. Excellent field and throw on the run, and the Whalers are back up to hit now. Can we complete a little comeback here on Mother's Day? And into the 7th goes Vince Velasquez here. Tim Hernandez choosing to let him go. 1 or 2 more batters here into the 7th inning. Nice slider there, and he's got Danny Mendick in an 0-2 hole here. Velasquez fires. Mendick checks his swing, and that's another strikeout for Vince Velasquez. And that's going to do it here for Vince Velasquez. A really solid outing overall after surrendering 3 batters to start the game. Settled down, gave up 1 over the next 7 innings. Well, 6 1/3, but in comes Mason Thompson now to take over in the 7th. I like Thompson's mix. He's got long flowing ginger hair. He's got a hard sinker, slider, fastball, changeup combo. Big fan. And in his first at bat here on the mound, he's got a full count. Fires to Alvarez, and he drives another one out of here. 5-2 Mets. Mason Thompson, welcome to the ball game. And a 2-2 here. Changeup. Swings and misses. Come on, Whalers. We got to put together a bit of a rally again. Get back into this one for real. And fastball up in the zone. Corey Dickerson gives it a ride. That ball is high, deep, and that ball is out of here. See ya, Corey Dickerson. Instant offense for the Whalers here in the 7th inning. 385-foot blast just over that right field wall. Second and third time through this order, the Whalers have gotten used to Max Scherzer out on the mound there and have taken some extra pitches and have made some noise here with the bats. They're right in this ball game, striking distance if we can get some runners on. And a slider's taken up the middle hard by Luis Garcia. 2 on now with 1 out, and the Whalers are really hitting Scherzer now. And that's going to do it for Max Scherzer. In comes John Curtis out of the Mets pen. A 2.38 ERA in 11 1/3 innings this year. Not bad. And he takes that one into right. It's down. Matt Vierling has delivered. The Whalers are going to get within 1 here. Not going to test that second runner, but 2 in scoring position and only a 1-run ball game now here in Hartford. Matty V. Look at the Whalers. Team chemistry off the charts. Fired up here in Hartford on Mother's Day. And it's going to be Keibert Ruiz. The crowd is on their feet here in Hartford. And they're going to intentionally walk Keibert to get to Oscar Colas to load the bases with 2 outs in the 7th here. What an opportunity for the rookie from Cuba. Right fielder Oscar Colas. Can he deliver? Pass ball here, and the Whalers are going to tie the ball game. John Curtis with a wild pitch on a 1-2 count, and Oscar Colas delivers with an RBI, just loses the grip on the fastball, and Alvarez can't get it. And the Whalers have tied it up here one way or another. So now Colas has a chance to deliver the lead for the Whalers. The game is already tied. And ground ball up the middle. That's not going to do it. Oh, but John Curtis gives the Whalers some life here. We are back to the square one. And I'm going to go to Jason Foley in the 8th here. He has had an absolutely brutal year, but he was part of a big trade that sent Joey Meneses and Patrick Corbin to Detroit. So I really want to work on those numbers and hopefully improve them for Jason. And a slider. Not sure what Pete Alonso was waiting for there. That one drops right in the zone. 1 down. And now a 1-2 count. Hartford on their feet. Fans are into it. Foley gets Beatty swinging. Nasty slider. And we're heading to the bottom of the 8th in a tie ball game. Foley holds the Mets. Tyler Megill coming in for the Mets here. I don't know that. He went to the pen. I don't remember that one for the Mets. I remember him as a starter and a good one. I believe he's 6'7", 6'8", throws very hard and has a good 5-pitch mix. Can the Whalers get to him here, though, in the bottom of the 8th? Michael Chavis. Fans and misses. The lag got to me there. 3 down, heading to the 9th. It's a tie ball game. And the Mets are going to get a chance to see the Hartford closer here, Matt Barnes, who's had a pretty good year. .96 ERA, 9 strikeouts in 9 innings, 9 saves in 10 opportunities. Pretty solid start to the season. 0-2 here at Canna. Barnes has that nasty curveball. Will he go to it here? He will! Sit him down. 1, 2, 3. And now Barnes has Mendick in an 0-2 hole on 2 pitches. Matt Barnes. Strike 3! 6 pitches, 6 strikes, 2 outs in the 9th. And here is Francisco Alvarez. 2 big flies on the day, but a chance to hit one here. And if he does, he'd give the Mets the lead in the 9th. Strike 1. Can he put away Alvarez here? No, hangs the curveball and, oh, I spoke too soon. And Marte flares one out towards right. Oh, that's going to get down. Colas throws it in, and there's 2 on now for the Mets. Another 1-2 here. Barnes. Strike 3! Gets Jeff McNeil on a changeup. Nails from the big man out of the bullpen for the Whalers. Can they win it here in the bottom half? Turns on the fastball, grounds it to short, Lindor on to first. Easy as you like. We're on to extra innings here on Mother's Day in Hartford, Connecticut. It's 5-5 here. And with the extra innings rule here in effect, the Whalers are going to go to Tanner Rainey, who has a 3.52 ERA on the year. Not that bad numbers out of the bullpen. I've seen worse. And he's got Pete Alonso standing in his way with a runner on. Strike 1 to start the inning. Rainey, Alonso, K's. Can he get rid of Lindor? Yes, he can. 2 men up. 2 strikeouts for Tanner Rainey. And the lag got to us there. How about here? Rainey. Oh, come on. How are you not swinging at that? Another 2-2 here to Brandon Nimmo. Rainey gets him to ground it. Over to Abrams. Tough play. On to first. What a running throw from C.J. Abrams. The accuracy. Gets it in the green, and the Whalers with a green opportunity to win it here. And he gets a curveball, and he hooks it into right field. That ball is caught by Jeff McNeil. Nice play to track it down. And there's 2 down here. Oscar Colas is the last hope for the Whalers to get a walk-off here in the 10th. Colas on the season hitting .310 with runners in scoring position. He's got a chance to do that here. And Colas drives it down the line. Will it stay fair? Yes, it will. The Whalers are going to walk off here on Mother's Day. What a comeback. Colas takes the fastball the other way, pink bat and all, stays fair just inside the chalk, and he can send those Hartford fans home happy here on Sunday, on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. What a win. What a day here. Let's keep this train rolling. What a game that was. Now let's take a look at what we're going to do the rest of the episode. So we're going to player lock against the Miami Marlins with Oscar Colas here. The walk-off hero against the Mets gets his player lock against the Marlins. We're going to play that 3-game series with just Oscar Colas. And then we're going to play Friday night against the Detroit Tigers here against Eduardo Rodriguez. See if we can get ourselves a win there at home. Then we're going to sim to June. We're going to sim to about this point in June. Apparently the first year player draft is sometime in July, I think. So we're going to sim to June, and then we're going to end the episode by making a trade for that marquee shortstop that I want to get and build our future success around. So let's get to this player lock with Oscar Colas and then go from there. But before we do the player lock, I was just looking at the league leaders. How about Freddie Freeman? We are in the middle of May here. He's hitting 405. Insane. Is Ted Williams' record in jeopardy? The last player to hit over 400 for a full major league season back in 1941. Holy Freddie Freeman. And this is what I hate about franchise and MLB The Show. He's hitting 405 with 14 homers and 36 RBIs in May, which is just ludicrous, and all of his stats are going down because he's 33 years old, which isn't even that old. He's on a contract until 2027. How in God's name are his stats going down having a season like this? Trying to see if the Whalers have any league leaders. Oscar Colas is tied for the league lead in triples in the National League. And how about this one? Stolen bases. Corey Dickerson has 7 stolen bases. A man not known for his speed. 7 for 7 steals on the year for Corey Dickerson, who's having an amazing season for the Whalers. Matt Vierling has 6 for those Whalers. And then the only other notable Whaler in the top area of any league leaders is Vince Velasquez, who's struck out 54 guys so far in the season. He's 4th in the National League in punch-outs, which is pretty impressive, considering we have the worst pitching staff in the sport. But alright, it is time. Oscar Colas time. We're player locking, and we're doing it with our 6th hitter here against Trevor Rogers, a lefty in this first game. Oscar Colas, who's looking like he could be the Rookie of the Year if he keeps up the pace he's on. First chance for you to see the away jerseys, the grays with the green helmets here on the road. Whalers up early here in the first inning. Colas gets an at-bat in the first inning against Trevor Rogers, and he will pop it into foul ground. Not a good start to the game. 0 for 1 for Oscar. Pick it up in the third inning here. Hartford and Miami are tied at 2 here. Colas has got a runner on first, 1 out. And Colas smokes that one. Oh, it's snagged by Arias. Jeez. Robbing a hit. Third at bat here for Oscar. Still a 2-2 ball game. He's leading off the 6th inning. 2-2 count here for the Big O. Gets a slider hanging. Smokes it on a hop to first, and he is 0 for 3 on the day against the lefty. 8th inning here, no one on, 1 out, and he's going to get his 4th at-bat against Devin Smeltzer. Another lefty, soft tosser, though. Gotta get something. He rolls over a fastball. 0 for 4 it is on the day. No strikeouts, but the lefties are just creating some problems for Oscar. And Miami's going to take the dub here, 3-2 it looks like. Game 2 here for Oscar Colas in Miami, and we're facing another lefty, Jesus Luzardo. I did not pick the right series to use a lefty bat, but just got to get a knock or two this game, get back on the right track. And gets under the changeup, 0 for 1. Not a great start. Into the 4th here, 2nd at bat, guy on first, 1 out. No score here in Miami. Come on, Oscar, do something with this. And Oscar gets under a fastball in the middle of the strike zone. That's going to be a fly out. Making quick work of himself here in this game. 0 for 6 in the series. Got to get something at some point here. Luzardo still on the mound, and Harper has a 3-0 lead now. The Whalers doing well here in Miami. And a curveball is smoked the other way. It's going to get through, and Oscar Colas has himself his first hit of the series. Finally. 7th inning now. Whalers up 5-1. Sixto Sanchez on the hill. Finally a righty for Oscar. Oh. And he takes a fastball the other way. Good piece of hitting. Shortstop fields it. Not in time, though. The speed of Colas is good for his 2nd hit of the game. Nothing special, but that's how you get that average up. And the Whalers are victorious in Game 2 here in Miami. Colas with 2 hits. 5-2 victory for the Whalers. And you cannot make this up. Miami is putting out a 3rd straight lefty with Oscar Colas in our player lock series. Just no love here, but we got a 1-0 lead, and Braxton Garrett's not featuring anything super overpowering. And Colas takes a slider the other way. Oh, it's going to drop in for a hit. A little C&I single. Left fielder misplayed that one. 3rd hit of the series for Oscar Colas, all the other way. And honestly, you got to do what you got to do to get hits in this game, in baseball. It's an unforgiving sport. Down 0-2 here against Garrett. And he takes the slider the other way, going the other way again. That one's going to stay fair. And he's going to get himself his 4th single of the series to the opposite field. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Miami has now tied up the game. Oscar's back up to 314 with that average. It's 1-1 here in the 6th. 1 guy on, 2 outs. Garrett still on the mound. And he's going to miss that one. Strike 3, but he's 2 for 3 on the day. Still doing well in this series against a lot of lefties. And down 1 now in the 9th. Dylan Floro on the hill. He's going to lead off this 9th inning effort. Hopefully get Hartford back in this game. They are down 1. And Colas takes a sinker deep into right center. I don't think it's going to be deep enough. Just missed that one. That would have been a loud way to start the inning and tie it up, but seems like the Whalers aren't going to take this one unless a miracle happens. And yep, Miami is victorious. They take 2 out of 3 in this series. And we head into a home matchup against Detroit where we use all of our offense, but I would say a pretty successful player lock with Oscar Colas considering we faced exclusively lefties essentially. And we only struck out once in a 3-game series. That's pretty impressive for the rookie. Before we get into this game, something I noticed when I was checking out the team rankings for statistics, we are dead last in the major leagues in base on balls. That hitting coach with bad discipline is really affecting us. We're swinging at everything, but at the same time, we are not striking out. In terms of hitting, we have the least amount of strikeouts across the major leagues, which is wildly impressive considering we're not walking at all. But we're facing off against Eduardo Rodriguez now, and this is how I'm doing each episode. We have a full game that we start off with, then we player lock, then we end with an offensive-only effort, and we're going to do it here at home against Eduardo Rodriguez and the Tigers. You look at the standings, we're 8 games back in the NL East. Honestly, that's not all too bad. The Phillies lead it, the Mets are in second, and in the wild card, we're 6 games back. Oh no, we're 6.5 games back, so not a bad start for the Whalers considering how awful this roster is. Let me remind you, we only have 1 player over 70 overall at the start of the season now. We've got Oscar Colas, who's a 70, and Matt Vierling, who's a 70 now. They are trending in the right direction, which is things we love to see here. And alright, offense only against Erod on the mound for the Tigers. This is your Whalers lineup, offense only against the Tigers. Let's close out a great episode. Offense only, let's get into it. Strikeout, walk, and a caught stealing. So no hits, no runs in the first. Alberto Madrid leads off the bottom half for the Whalers. Madrid has been our rookie sensation so far this season, batting over 400 with a home run, 5 RBIs so far in this, or 5 stolen bases so far in the season. He's got great athleticism. He's a great runner, good bat. And he's showing off so far in the early season. But he's going to fly this one to shallow center. In comes Riley Green. There's one down. Matt Vierling lines one. Javi's there. 2 down. And the 0-2 here to Yadiel Hernandez. And he takes the fastball the other way. Great piece of hitting. That's going to put the Whalers in the lead. See ya! A 2-strike, 2-out Yachty bomb puts the Whalers in the lead here in the first inning. And Chavis is going to fly this one to right. Joey Meneses, former Washington National, Hartford Whaler, makes the catch here in Hartford to end the inning, but Yachty Hernandez gets the Whalers out in front. Fly out. Oh, Jonathan Scope takes Vince Velasquez deep. Miguel Cabrera singles. Javi grounds out and strikeout to end the inning. It's 1-1 here, heading into the bottom of the second. Oscar Colas leads off. And here is La Tortuga with one down. And he grounds it right back at Erod. Come on, Williams, run! 2 down. Victor Robles lines that one into right field. These Strange Gordon's going to take third easily. Runners at the corners, no outs, and the top of the order coming up. Alberto Madrid with a good chance here. And that ball is lined into right. Meneses makes the catch, and D. Strange Gordon's heading home. Throw is up the line, and a sac fly there for Madrid. It's 2-1 Hartford. Matt Vierling into the gap. Will it get by Riley Green? No, but it will create a second and third opportunity here with one down. Nice piece of hitting from Matty V. And that ball is lined up the middle. Michael Chavis delivers. 2 runs are going to score here, and it is 4-1 Whalers. And Colas keeps the hit train rolling. Another one here. La Tortuga out to center. Green is there, and the inning is finally over, but the Whalers extend their lead to 4-1. Good start to this game for the blue and green. Matt Vierling gets a hold of another one here. That's going to be his second double of the game. He's starting to heat up again. He's been great at the top of the order this year. Doing it against his former team here today. And a less than stellar outing from Vince Velasquez. All imploded in the top of the 6th. It is 5-4 now. The Whalers are behind. And they've got a little bit of climbing out of this hole to do. And Juan Yepes is going to come in here. Tim Hernandez turns to the righty against Erod here. Try to get that run in. And that ball's flied down the line and right. Yepes is going to deliver. A little blooper is all it takes. And it's a tie ball game. He delivers off the bench. Matt Vierling is going to go to short. Yepes to first. Actually, Matt Vierling, I don't think he can play short technically, so we'll put D. Strange Gordon at short. Matt Vierling goes to second, and that's the beauty of having a player like Matt Vierling who can move around the diamond. And we are going to turn to Mason Thompson here in the 8th. He gets Miggy to ground out. Javi singles, and then he's caught stealing, and Nick Maton strikes out, so bottom 8, chance to take the lead here and set up a closing opportunity for a save for Matt Barnes, hopefully. Matthew Boyd still on the hill for Detroit. And 2 strikes, 2 outs. Williams Astudillo here will take the slider deep into left field. It's over the head of the outfielder. He is so slow. He's going to have to stay at first, and a wall ball single for La Tortuga with 2 outs here. And now Juan Yepes, who pinch hit and singled and got an RBI last at bat. Oh, and a nasty slider there. Yepes goes down swinging, and we're tied heading into the 9th. We are still going to go to Matt Barnes, who's been shut down this year, facing 9-1-2 here. Gets a strikeout. Badu grounds out. Riley Green singles, and it's up to Joey Meneses here. Parker Meadows steals second. Meneses walks, and it's Eric Haas. Pinch runner. Eric Haas flies out. Matt Barnes does the job. Alex Lange coming in for the Tigers here in the 9th, and we're going to have 8-9-1. Come on, Hartford. D. Strange Gordon deep into right field. It's just short of a home run, but a lead-off double for our 8-hitter. No outs in the 9th, and the Whalers are in business. And Tim Hernandez is wisely going to go to the left-handed bat here to face the righty, who's been very hot against righties. Corey Dickerson hitting .327 on the year. Big opportunity for him to send these fans home happy right now. And he drives this one to right. It's just going to be a line out, but he's going to get D-Strange Gordon over to third. Close play, but he is safe. And a guy at third, 1 out in the 9th. Alberto Madrid is up, and can we send these fans home happy again? 2 walk-offs in 1 week. How about it, Hartford? And a pitch out, ball 1. The Tigers are playing very conservative here, trying to prevent any chance of the Whalers squeezing home a run. And Madrid down the line, into right field towards the lazy river here at Travelers Park. The Whalers have walked it off again. Madrid mania is in full effect. What a great win for the Whalers. They got out ahead early. The pitching gave up some runs, but they did not give up. This team has a lot of fight in them. Playing that Brass Bonanza is so much fun, especially when we get 2 6-5 walk-off wins in the same week. What a damn team this is. As bad as they may be on paper, they are fun. Looking at the lineup here, what a team effort this was. Everybody had a hit in the lineup except for pinch hitter Corey Dickerson. 10 different players with a hit, 4 multi-hit games, 2 RBIs from Chavis, 2 RBIs from Madrid, and only 4 strikeouts for the Whalers offensively. And with a performance like that, I couldn't help but go into the All-Star voting and check on relief pitcher, because Matt Barnes is having a hell of a year. 1 run allowed in 12 1/3 innings. So a .73 ERA, .89 whip. He struck out 14 batters too. He's second in voting for a relief pitcher in the National League right now. That is incredible from our Connecticut closer. So now we're going to sim and then make a trade to cap off this episode. I thought the first year player draft was the 1st or 2nd weekend of June, as it usually is, but with how the season played out this year, and with the changing of the draft timing, the draft isn't until here, 2nd weekend of July, so we are going to sim to this weekend here in June, make a trade, and cap it off. But the original rule was to do it around the first year player draft, so I wanted to space it out, do a trade in June, and then do 1 more trade at the end of July around the trade deadline. So let's get to simming and see how we do. Gonna sim until this off day right here on June 12th. Still quite a few games below 500, 24 and 41. Yeah, we are not having a great season, but literally everybody else in the NL East is. I have never seen standings quite like this. Every team is well over 500. This is a competitive division, minus those Whalers. How about the Marlins, 12 games over 500? Incredible. Let's take a very quick look at the lineup. Matt Vierling still hitting .290, having a good season at the top of the lineup. Yachty, .251. Keibert Ruiz, 10 home runs. He's showing off the power this season. Colas, a little bit cooler, but still having a good season. Juan Yepes starting to heat up a little bit. Can tell those numbers are going up. Corey Dickerson still crushing it this season against righties. Chavis struggling. CJ Abrams struggling. And Luis Garcia struggling. That one hurts. I thought he was going to have a much better season, but he's only hitting .203 right now. D-Strange Gordon off the bench, .237. Robles hitting .227. La Tortuga, .202, 2 home runs, and Alberto Madrid still hitting well over 300, 90 at-bats in now, just 1 home run for the, what looks like a more powerful hitter, but his contact numbers and his vision are going up, and that's great to see. He's starting to round out into a great player already, and this is just his rookie season. Pitching-wise, Mackenzie Gore, that is a pretty solid season so far. Seems like, yep, it's having a good effect on his overall, which we like. Josiah Gray, 2-6. Numbers are not excellent, but they're not terrible. 2-8 for Trevor Williams. Pineda, that is not that bad. For an ERA and whip for a guy who we just wanted to use as a rental for a year, essentially. Vince Velasquez still has great strikeout numbers. Nothing special. Chad Kuhl, decent. Chasen Foley getting a little better. Doolittle, fine. Erasmo Ramirez is having a great year. Cianel Perez, I expected a little bit better, but it is what it is. Tanner Rainey, that's pretty solid overall. Mason Thompson starting to struggle a bit. He's not getting very many innings, though, in a setup role. We might move him into the middle relief role. And then Matt Barnes still absolutely crushing it. Sub-1 whip, 25 strikeouts in 18 innings. He's got 14 saves, 3 of them blown now, but Matty Backpacks is having an awesome year. Now let's make that trade that I said we would. Gonna give up CJ Abrams, like I said. He's great against righties, good vision, and he's a terrible fielder with bad arm accuracy. I wish he was a better base stealer for how fast he is, but he's going to be some good value to give up, along with Alex Call, who I don't love. He's got okay numbers in general, but he's 28 years old, and he's crushing it in AAA, so hopefully that helps his value in this trade. And we're going to go get ourselves a premier shortstop. He was a first-round pick in the 2017 draft. He was the first overall pick. Royce Lewis from the Minnesota Twins. He's had 2 torn ACLs in 2021 and 2022. He debuted for the Twins last year, and he absolutely crushed it. He's crushing it this year in AAA so far for the Twins. He is an excellent player. He's an even better human being if you listen to the interview I'm going to play. And he plays a bunch of positions now. He had to play behind Correa and move to center and move around the field. He's an excellent athlete. He hits lefties and righties well. Good vision. He's an excellent player who has a bright future for us here, and he's going to be the main guy instead of the backup to Correa in Minnesota. We're going to have to give up a little bit more, so let's see if one of our shortstop prospects will work. Maybe Leonel Valera, who has deep potential, and he's 23. Not going to get much out of him. So a 3-player package for Royce Lewis to be our guy. We're going to back him up financially at the contract extension deadline, too. Let's get him here, and let's show him off to you guys so you can see what our new shortstop is bringing to the table. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Royce Lewis.
Royce, you're about 7 months post-second ACL surgery. Tell me how you're feeling, you know, a month and a half, 2 months until the season.
Oh, I'm so excited. I feel great, especially, you know, they tell me not to compare to last time, but it's so hard not to when it was so short together. So it feels really good, and the knee's very stable, and I'm just excited going forward for the season.
Did you know immediately when you got injured what it was?
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. It hurt way worse than the first time, and I just immediately I grabbed my knee, and I remember everyone saying like, "Oh, if it's his shoulder, he'll be fine." And I was like, "No, that's my knee," because I was able to turn my back just enough. But you know, I was happy. Like I tell my friends, like I wouldn't have done anything different. I made the play, and I think my boy Trevor and Garlic right there, they were both like, "You should come out of this game." I'm like, "No, I'm finishing this inning." So. I was able to finish the inning. Lucky enough, Sonny was pitching a good game. They didn't hit the outfield.
Tell you what, I was ready to cry, man. I was just, it was so devastating because I've watched you come up and be ready, and
Brilliant,
you got that big hit, and you're rolling, and here he goes. He's going to take off. It was just so devastating. I want to tell you that.
How have you been so positive through this all? I mean, if it was me, I'd be like, really? Are you kidding me? This is what I got to do again?
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's not fun to get thrown down. You know, each and every year it was, you know, COVID, ACL, second ACL. So it seems like there's always something. But at the same time, like, I'm able to live my dream out and have an opportunity to do that. And I'm just waiting for the next opportunity. And, you know, I know I'll get that chance whenever I come back healthy.
There it is. Sharply to right field. Royce Lewis gets his first big league hit. Driven right center field, hit well toward the scoreboard. And off the wall, Lewis to second. Into left field, a base hit. To left center and deep. Off the warning track. Hitters come through here. Left field and deep. Royce Lewis with a grand slam. Back to the mound. Tough play. Lewis, bare hands, flips. What a play by Royce Lewis. Lewis comes up firing. Got him.
What an awesome guy we got on our hands here. He is the kind of guy you want to build around for the future. Let's purchase his contract, add him to the 40-man roster, and promote him to the major leagues. Ladies and gents, your shortstop, Royce Lewis. Let me know who you want me to player lock next episode, too. It's either going to be Cade Cavalli or Wilmer Flores. Who you want to see pitch as our prospect player lock highlight next episode. Now I'm going to leave off here. We're in the middle of June, June 12th. We're 16 games back in the division. A really successful division overall, shockingly. We just got ourselves a premier shortstop, so we're building for the future, not for this season. And I'm having a ton of fun with this. This is an exciting time to be a Hartford Whalers fan. I appreciate all you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and comment below what you're excited about for this team for the future, what you've enjoyed so far. Who's your favorite player on the Whalers? Hashtag Madrid Mania is in full effect. Grab a drink now, get a snack, relax after watching this episode. I appreciate all of you. Until next time, this has been Therios. You'll never walk alone.